Hi, my name is Sanjeev. Today I am going to talk about project risk management. So in this we have four processes. First one is identifying the risks, next one is to analyze the risks, then the third one is monitor the risks, and then the final one is we are going to control the risks. Risks is nothing but the potential issues. So we are trying to identify as much as risks in the project, and we are going to mitigate it before getting into an issue. So first, let's talk about identifying the risks. How risks can be identified? We can identify the risks by using a checklist according to our project requirement. Say we will have for example, we have a checklist for budgeting, we have checklist for costing, we have checklist for staffing, we can also have checklist for travel if the travel is required for the project. So these are some of the example of checklist we prepare. It will be vary from project to project. Purpose of this checklist is to identify more risks from all the aspects. We are going to have a agenda. We are going to include this agenda in the weekly status meeting. So every weekly status meeting we will be discussing on risks and mitigation system. So this is one of the process we follow every week. So we may be using this kind of templates. For example, we have the serial number, we have risk description, we have impacted majority of the impact, we have the assigned to, we have target date, then we will have this as status, or we have this as mitigation plan. So for example, we have 10 risks identified this week, and we are going to analyze it whether all these risks are how these risks are impacting to the project. Okay, the first risk is not impacting more to the project, so this is we put as a critical. So for example, this risk is not impacting more to the project, we put as minor. Okay, so this is how we analyze the risks, and once we complete analyzing the risks, we are going to assign to the owner who is going to come up with the mitigation plan, who is going to resolve these risks. So for example, we assign to X, we assign to the X, and we assign to the Y person, and he has to give the mitigation plan how to mitigate these risks, and we are also going to set a target date for all these risks, so that it should not run into an issue. Let's take an example of this risk. Say let's take this risk is client dependency. So we have a dependency on the client, and the particular client is not available for the next 2 weeks, and we have an activities that has to be completed within 2 weeks. So if he is not available, the mitigation plan is to get another secondary client who can support us during the primary client absence. So we will also have a target that say for example, that particular activity is to be done within 2 weeks, and we need dependency, we have a dependency on them. So the target date to identify the secondary client will be, for example, today or tomorrow. Okay, so within these 2 days we have to identify the secondary focal point. So these are some of the examples for risk identification and then the mitigation plan. Once all the risks has been plotted in this template with the assigned owner and with all the mitigation plan, we are going to monitor the target date, whether this particular risk is been mitigated on time. And if it is getting nearby, we are going to control it by sending the communication to the particular owner, and we have to make it done on the target date. Otherwise, it will get into an issues. If you want to run the project effectively without impacting the timeline, please try to implement project risk management system. So the benefits are, it will reduce the cost, it will also reduce the rework, and it will help us to prevent the defect injecting in the system.